Hello.
Oh.
It's we.
The Jenaverse.
We've been wondering where you've been.
Oh.
Didn't you miss us?
Here we are, still at this table.
Still at this table. Yes. Welcome back
to
the Jenaverse.
Cue music.
Come and join us, we're Jenna. We're gonna go to the Jenaverse. Come and join us, we're Jenna. We're gonna go to the Jenaverse.
Welcome back or welcome here for the first time.
Yes.
And if you don't know us, I am Jill.
And I am Ena.
And together we're Jenna. And welcome to our universe. This is the Jenaverse.
It's a fun ride, honestly.
Yeah, we're blasting off into the atmosphere.
Yes.
So buckle up and strap in.
Yes. Because you are gonna have, honestly, a phenomenal time.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun episode. We, of course, have classics.
Yes. Classics like the Lately.
Oh.
Our little news.
And, of course, we're going to take you straight to court. Have a little valid, not valid.
Oh.
Little prop moment with our little gavels.
Oh.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And, of course, we would never forget the brand new game.
Exactly. So, yes, like Jill said, strap in.
Yeah.
Hold on tight.
Yeah. Let's get right into it.
Jenaverse, 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 Jenaverse.
Yes, so we will be starting this episode off with something that we honestly never do enough of.
No, and some people in the chat have called normal podcast mode, which is us doing the lately.
Yes.
I guess we could just talk about what's happening in the world and our lives and our opinions, but we like to judge y'all.
Yeah, we like to judge y'all. We like to play little games, but every now and then I guess we should rein it in.
Yeah, we can be normal for a second and do a lately and give you the news.
Yeah, what's happening, our thoughts, whatever. And I will get us started because I have a lot to say. This isn't really a news or anything that big. It's just, I feel like I love to share my worldview in order to help other people. This sounds...
Do you think it's right?
I do think it is objectively right. And it's interesting I say the word objective because in my worldview, I think we exist in two universes at the same time. We exist in the objective universe. And we exist in the subjective universe. And when you remember those two important points, if you remember those 2 points, I think it really helps ground you because you can start asking yourself questions like, is this in the objective or is this in the subjective?
Interrupt?
Yes, of course.
Can you describe each for the viewers at home?
Yes, of course. So the objective universe is the universe in which everything exists. There's no magic, basically. It's like I
don't know if I live there.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Let me finish. Thank you. It's basically the world that you throw an apple, it falls down, gravity. It's the world where 2 + 2 = 4 and not 3 and can't be anything else. But yeah, in the objective universe, it's facts. And it's also one that is experienced by every single person alive at the same time.
Okay, I was going to say, this is where we know each other.
Yes, this is where we know each other. This is the physical world. You could call it the physical world. You could call it whatever. But it's just basically the world that we all physically exist in, the factual world.
Yeah, this is where we file our taxes.
This is where we file our taxes, right?
Okay, I got it.
And then there's the subjective universe. This is the universe in which magic exists, astrology, religion, anything that is metaphysical, anything that is constructed. And this is also the same universe in which anxieties exist, in which your never-ending thoughts exist. This is the world basically that your mind exists in. Right?
This is where you figure out if you can sleep or you can't sleep.
Exactly. So in the subjective universe, it's not physical. It can affect you in a physical way, mentally, can
anxiety
affect... Yes.
Affects
However, it's important to have the awareness of these two universes at the same time because in certain moments you can ask yourself, is this in the objective or is this in the subjective? Do you understand what I'm saying? For example,
this is great. I'm eating it up.
If you're having a thought that says, everybody hates me, you have that thought, everybody hates me. And then in that moment, you can ask yourself, is this in the objective or the subjective?
Yeah.
And once you realize it's not in the objective, you know that this cannot hold true in the world outside of your head. So it almost it doesn't make the thought go away, but it recontextualizes it in a way that's helpful and in a way that you can manage. Because if you realize that in the objective world, not everyone hates me, the objective world in which we all share, that's not true. But it might be true in my subjective world, but the subjective is a world that you have a bit more control over. That's also the thing. It's that, like, while you can interact with things in the objective world, obviously I can lift up a table or whatever.
Yeah, you can do things.
You can do things. However, you cannot change the boundaries of the objective world for everybody else. You can't suddenly wake up and say, well, the sun is blue. And everybody believes that. That doesn't change the state of the sun. However, in the subjective world, you can believe the sun is blue. You can believe in that, and you can wake up the next day and be like, actually, I don't think the sun is blue today.
I changed my mind.
Yes. So it kind of can help you cope in difficult moments, because you can realize that while the subjective is important and I live there, I also live in the objective. And I can take a step back and realize, yeah, you know what? Maybe everyone isn't out to get me. Part of growing up is accepting that you live in these two universes. Because when you're a child, your subjective universe, it is the biggest universe. It almost becomes objective to you, although it's not. It feels objective. That's why children believe there's a monster under their bed. Or, you know, that's because the subjective is too powerful. But as you grow up, you must transition from this subjective universe and live in the objective, but have awareness of the subjective. And that's part of growing up. And I think that's why a lot of people have arrested development, and they are adults who reside only in the subjective universe. And you need to have a balance of the two, because you can't just live in the objective. There's also that. You can't live in just live in the objective.
How not fun is that?
It's not fun, and also it's almost impossible, because the way your perspectives and things just change situations, that's all subjective. You have to accept that you live in the two, and you have to have a healthy balance. And it can help you in moments where you're spiraling even. You can just check in and say, hang on, this isn't objective. This is just a subjective moment. I can work on controlling that moment. But once you separate the two, it can really greatly improve your life. People always ask me, Ena, you always seem so happy and blah, 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 blah. That's because I'm able to still have my magical beliefs and awareness with the real world, because I have the balance of the subjective and the objective. Sorry, this was so long.
No, I love this. I bring this up. I no notes. Oh, I've got no notes, just yes and. And I think part of like becoming... Like, growing up is accepting there's both, and you're in both, and you're responsible for both. And finding peace is about learning what responsibilities you can get from each. Like, everybody wants to have control over the world. You have no control in the objective world. You really don't. You can only control how you subjectively react to it. So once you accept that, like, I can't control my apartment flooded, but you can control, like, I'm going to take deep breaths. I'm going to take a moment to recenter and then do what I need to do and, like, accept that that was scary. And, you know, like, you can reframe how you react to things in your subjective world, and it will help in the objective world. And that's, like, how you find peace.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
If you're using magic to try to control the weather or other people or situations that largely nobody has control over, you're going to be disappointed. But if you use magic to change your attitude, to change how you view with the world, how you interact with the world, how you interact with your enemies, like how you spend your time with your thoughts, how you even look at your thoughts as a whole, you can change your life there, and it will bleed over. They bleed into each other. But you have to put the effort where it's going to matter. Like, you can't spend all your time manifesting your dream job without doing the work in the real world. You got to do both. Use both.
Use both.
And know where your powers are in each.
Exactly. And lastly, you also cannot push your subjective universe as objective. And that's the biggest issue with religion. Is you have a bunch of people who have a collective subjective universe in which they choose to reside in, and they push it as objective. And that is simply not. You can have your religion, but you must understand that your religion is part of your subjective universe. I think it's important for people to have guidelines for life.
Have your own little custom religion.
But then realize that, hang on, this is my subjective universe. Somebody else is also subjected to different rules and different moralities. And once we get that, I think we as a society can become better.
Yes, we all are like the architect and the creator of our own subjective universe. And that is a gift we must give to ourselves and others. If I'm able to construct all the rules that guide my soul and make me feel whole, so is everybody else allowed in the room. And they're not going to do it the same way because they're not me. I love this conversation. What a great lately. I love it. 10 out of 10. Things look really dark in the subjective, which it can get. Remind yourself, here I am. Like, sitting, having these thoughts. And that in itself is like a win. You're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
You're here having a thought that's coherent. You're doing it. There are things working in your favor in the objective world that you might not be able to see in the subjective when you're deep in the muck.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So having a healthy balance, again, because you cannot live in just the objective. And that's the problem with a lot of men.
I knew you were going to say
Of
that.
course. We're going to, that is just the problem with a lot of men these days.
Ghosts are real, magic's real, get over it.
Right. And it's just like, it's real because these, like, the fact that it even exists in somebody's mind, it makes it real. Like, and I'm sorry, like, a lot of men try to only live in the objective. That's why they're so emotionally disconnected. They're emotionally behind. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like it is so important for you to understand that the subjective is still just as real as the objective. That is what I think a lot of men struggle with. A lot of
And they'd be happier. They would feel more control over their life. If they said, you know what? The way I view the world and how I get my happiness, it's 100% up to me.
And also, like, I think it would help people better understand their emotions, because I think a lot of men, back to the gender discourse, but a lot of men, they are so disconnected from their emotion, and emotion comes from the subjective world. That's a great example of how the subjective can affect the objective. But a lot of men have emotions, and because they only engage in the objective world, emotions don't make sense in the objective world.
And they go crazy.
And they go crazy, and they act in ways that they themselves can't even understand, because the subjective still exists even if you don't acknowledge it. So you're like being distant, you're not responding, or you're pulling back, or you're being like angry, or, you know, like
And
pissy.
in the objective world, you can't explore why that's happening.
Exactly,
So-
because it doesn't make sense in the objective. But when you go in and you rein in the subjective, you realize, oh, I was feeling abandoned, and that's why I distanced myself to try to make, you know, like, you can understand your emotions better. And then you can better treat other people in your life.
Yeah, emotional intelligence is real, and everybody should be working on it.
Exactly.
Hurt people, hurt people.
Hurt people, hurt people. But yeah, just a lot of things. But in any case, that is my worldview. There's probably a lot. There's probably somebody has said the same thing. I just haven't heard it from somebody else, so I'm just saying it's mine. But yeah, it's just how I view the world, and I think it really helps me in the worst moments, in all moments, truly. I think it helps me be a very happy person. I'm not the happiest person alive, but I'm definitely happier than a lot of you miserable bitches out there. I tell you that.
Actually, we had something else to talk about, but we need too much of that in here.
Yeah.
We're not editing down that to 5 minutes. That's a full tenor. So
yeah, we need more time for that, because we
yeah, normal podcast mode kind of went crazy this time.
kind of went crazy.
And we kind of went full normal podcast in the best way possible.
Yeah.
So that's the lately. Yeah. Think about that. Chew on that.
Think about that, chew on that, and we hope you gain something from this. All right, well,
yeah.
on to the next.
On to the next.
Jenaverse, 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 Jenaverse.
Look what's in our hands. What is this?
Oh my God, I dropped it.
Okay.
Oops.
Not in your hands. What is this, Jill? It looks like a strange listening device.
No, it's a judgment device. Because we're here to play a little valid, not valid.
And how do we cast our judgment?
We read, you submit our little things.
And what does this do?
And this helps us decide. Not valid or valid.
Oh, I would love to
You're a
play
judge
this
now.
game.
That's how it works. Don't let them know. They're already so suspicious about us having a Ready Player One book.
I'm ready to serve this nation.
That's how you become a judge. So you're a judge now, and definitely ready to judge in the Jenaverse.
I sure am. Let's bring on the first of the cases.
Okay. We asked, you answered. You're valid, not valids. Ooh. This person wants to know, are they valid or not valid? I can't throw it back despite having a huge dump truck. Wow. You're valid, but imagine that catch-22. Oh, she's going to give you a light one. Just a little tap. Because, like, what? Get on YouTube and look it up.
It is a gift, exactly. It's almost as if, oh, am I valid if I have legs that function, but I don't walk?
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten on YouTube and tried, and I got nothing.
Exactly.
I'm shaking the air around my thighs.
You're doing Pilates and shit.
I'm trying as hard as I can.
It's your job and your duty to fortify that massive badonkadonk that you are walking around with, because there are some of us who wish we had
if I
a
had
bump on
that,
this wall.
I wouldn't be at the stable. I would not be sitting down here if I
Jill-
had a dump truck. First of all, I'd be sitting taller.
And third of all, you would be in somewhere else.
I'd be too powerful. I wouldn't be here running my mouth.
She'd be selling you beauty products.
I would, exactly. I'd be Mary Kay and I'd back up into every room I went to. You would never see the front of me again in my life.
So I personally don't think you're valid, but just because I think you should use the gifts that you are
Google, get on
bestowed
YouTube,
upon.
type in how to twerk. Put in the work.
Put in the work.
Use God's gifts.
Exactly.
Ooh, this person said, am I valid? I don't like ketchup at all on anything. I guess it's fine.
I guess you are valid.
Because you're allowed to like whatever food, blah, blah, blah. You
Grow up.
kind of grow up and at the same time, stop taking life so seriously.
Yeah.
Eat a squirt of ketchup.
Yeah, and also like I know someone who doesn't like mayonnaise, right? But then like they write off mayonnaise. I know you're Midwestern.
Like, what the hell?
But they write off mayonnaise in any context.
Try it.
And it's like, babe, it's not always gonna be a glop on your sandwich. Sometimes you mix it and it mixes with the mustard and ketchup and makes a beautiful dip. You don't like ketchup, but maybe you'd like ketchup and mayo mixed together.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'd like ketchup mixed in with this dish. Certain dishes.
This is making me kind of hungry. When you say ketchup and mayonnaise, I got hungry in that moment. I love ketchup and mayonnaise. Yeah, so why don't you calm down?
Yeah.
Eat a squirt of ketchup.
Yeah.
Try it again. Ooh, this person wants to know, are they valid? I love, in all caps, love Cats the Musical. I don't like to yuck people's yums, but cats, they crawl all over you. Let's not normalize that. That I go to the movies or I go to the theater and someone might crawl on my lap. I don't want that. I don't want that to be normal. I don't want that to be mainstream.
Jill has never seen Cats the Musical, but I have.
I haven't seen it.
I have seen it, and
I know they crawl all over you.
I'm saying you're not valid because it makes no fucking sense. Like, I don't like musicals. I already have that bias. But Cats the Musical has no like logical or linear timeline or linear storyline. There's no
Really?
storyline. I went and saw the Cats the Musical, the movie, in movie
where they
theaters.
edited out the buttholes?
Where they edited out the buttholes and they all look freaky CGI. It was one of the worst experiences of my life.
What did they make that movie for?
I don't know who they made that movie for, but it was so star-studded. I feel like there's a rule in Hollywood in which like I think celebrities all have to do one like
Bad
flop.
movie.
Yeah. Like for example, like we had Viola Davis. For years she never had a flop. Then she became Michelle Obama. And suddenly that was her
a
flop.
flop.
I think
You think that's
everyone
part
has
of
a
the
flop.
Illuminati?
Absolutely. That's what I was gonna say.
We know what we got going on
It's
right
like
here.
you have to pledge your allegiance by having a flop moment or a controversy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. This person wants to know, am I valid? I'm ignoring emails from HR about returning a laptop to a remote job I was laid off from.
I am this, but I'm also that. Because you might get into legal issues.
Oh, true.
That's what I'm concerned about.
I mean,
They
it's
could-
yeah, that's a good
I mean,
point.
they're not likely to take you, but if the company's petty
Yeah.
enough, they can take you to small claims court. If you've been contacted by them, that's proof that they are trying to.
And now it's
retrieve
on
their-
record on the email. And
That's what I'm
And it's a
saying.
work laptop. It's like a ThinkPad.
Yeah.
This isn't worth. You're right. You're right. The
Like,
sentiment
the
is
sentiment
fun.
is this. It's
But
like
when you
hands
think
off,
about
but
it- for like a HP laptop that weighs 0.2 pounds, it's not worth it. It's not a nice laptop. I know it.
And for people listening, when you hear long stretches of us not saying anything during this game, we are raising our hands and surrendering.
Don't
that it's
let
not...
the listeners know what we're doing.
Jill,
you should
we
watch.
must let the listeners know what we're doing.
I don't like the listeners. You should be watchers. Get on YouTube and
Well,
watch
maybe
this
they're
shit.
banned from YouTube, okay? So in the rare options that you are...
And that point, why? Why are you banned from YouTube? I don't know if you need to be in the Jenaverse. YouTube is like, you're acting too nutso. Okay, this person says, am I valid? I keep talking to a smooth-talking man in Texas that I've never met, but is my dream man? Question mark. I guess you're valid. You might be really wasting your time, but I guess it's your time to waste.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, it's not a good idea.
If it's stopping you from dating people where you live, because I'm guessing you don't live in Texas, then I don't know, you might be a little not valid because this smooth talking Texan, you think he's just talking to you over in Texas and he's not fucking in his Texas town?
Why isn't he talking to people in Texas? He probably made a bad name for himself in that town. This town ain't big enough for
Oh, you think he's fucked everyone in the town and now he has to outsource
to
people he's never even met.
Exactly, and will never meet.
Wow. What is that song about then?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe. If you guys haven't looked into the lyrics of Cotton Eye Joe, it sounds like you might be dealing with a man like that. He's fucked everyone in this town and he has to move on to other towns to find pussy.
You know, that is why I never support long-term relationships. Like, it's a different story where you guys were dating. Long distance.
Long-term, that was a bold statement.
No.
I don't support long-term.
Excuse me.
Long distance.
But long distance, because like it's one thing. Like I only support long distance relationships if the people were dating
started together.
and one of them moves away. But when it's like you're away and you meet, I normally don't support those because it's just like
it's a catfish.
It's like not even just that. It's like what? Why can't this person date someone closer to them? Maybe if only you guys are like queer and then in like really isolated locations like Iowa and Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I get that. But if you're just like
if someone's living in Chicago and the other one's living in New York, what?
Like it's like what did you do to everyone else in this community for this to be happening? So ask yourself that. I'll just do a small tap for not valid because there's some work that needs to be done. And are you willing to live in Texas?
Yeah.
Is this person willing to come to wherever you are?
Yeah, I'm going to say you're valid, but I think you need to squint at this situation and squint hard. Really take a look if it's worth your time because it doesn't sound like it. This one's shocking. I don't even know. We might have to cut it, but someone says, "Am I valid? I don't suck my sugar daddy's dick." I mean, a sugar daddy, that's a work obligation, and you shouldn't do any work that you're not required to do.
And that you're not comfortable with.
All I'm saying is don't work too hard at your job.
Yeah, like it sounds like you can get by with a bare minimum.
Yeah,
like,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, this person, I'm sorry, this is not a valid, not valid. This is a brag. Am I valid if I do skincare and brush my teeth every day? You're not valid because this is not a place to brag. This is court, and you're wasting the court's time.
And you know what? I would argue that you're not valid because you need to chill out.
And you need to grow up.
You need to chill out, grow up every damn day. No days off. Really? Like you're camping in the Appalachia, but you gotta have
you get out your retinol.
I think great. You're taking care of your skin, phenomenal. Yeah. But also, you need to light up. Some days you come home pissed drunk, and you know what? You pass out. And you know what? The next day you regret it, but you know what? That is a day and you will recover.
Live a little, get a zit. Who cares?
Your skin's not gonna like undo just because like you missed one night, okay?
Life shouldn't be that regimented. And don't brag. Don't brag.
No bragging.
Oh, this person says, are they valid? I'm nervous about pooping on my first week-long vacation with my boyfriend. I'm sorry, but you're not.
You're not valid.
Tell your boyfriend that you're a human and you poop. Poop comes out your butt because you eat it with your mouth. And you're a human being and you're not like a little lady with no butthole. Trust me, he's seen your butthole. Mm-hmm. He's thinking about your butthole. He knows poop comes out of it.
And if this affects your relationship negatively because God forbid, he sees you be a human, that relationship needs to end. Do you really need to be in a relationship with somebody who does not see that you go to the bathroom?
How does that have long-term lasting power?
I want to be in the bathroom and you come in and fucking wash your hands.
Yeah.
Like, we need to be comfortable.
Or you can at least say, I gotta go poop and it's gonna take a while. My tummy hurts.
Exactly.
Honesty.
If you don't feel comfortable saying poop, say, I'm gonna go blow up the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm gonna go drop a big old bomb in the bathroom. And you don't need to call in this. This is not a threat. This is a promise.
I'm gonna condemn the bathroom. Don't go in like 10 minutes after.
Yeah, you better call the plumber now. Because I'm about to make some damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, especially if this is your boyfriend. Like, I guess it'd be one story if it's just somebody you're hooking up with. To me, I still think whatever.
Who cares?
But if it's someone you're just hooking up with, that's whatever. I can understand that a bit more. But your boyfriend, they signed up to be with you in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And you can't poop. And also, you have internalized misogyny, because that is where that comes
because
from.
that's not even real.
That's not even real. Like, that's where that comes from. The idea that women have to be these clean, pure creatures who never
don't
shit,
poop?
fart, or burp.
But I'm a human being on the planet Earth, and I'm eating. Yeah, I'm
These
gonna
things come out of me.
Yeah, please, please. I'm proud of my regular bowels. Get out of here. Ooh. This person says, I recognize I will probably hate my brother's wife forever. You know what? I don't think you're valid. Because life is long and people change. Who knows? Maybe one day someone worse will marry into your family, and you and this wife who you once hated will band together hating that person. Life is so long and there's so many twists and turns. I just hate when people are stuck in the mud.
I mean, I think, like, it depends, like, what she did, obviously, naturally. Like,
Yeah.
it's like...
True. If she's wrong,
like, doing wrong, then you should just tell him to leave her. Like, maybe you should intervene.
But even the sentence.
But if
I
it's
don't
like...
think she's doing anything wrong.
If she's not doing anything wrong, like, I think... you just, like, not valid. And even if she's not your type of person, it doesn't have to be hate. It can just be like, oh, like, I'm just not around her or whatever. But, like, you don't have to actively hate her.
Unless she did something. Would she run over your dog or something? No. Don't hate her. And life is long. Who knows?
Yeah, you'll get a new dog.
You might hate your brother one day and be with her. Anything could happen.
I mean, like, if she has a really difficult personality, you either make sure they end their marriage or you just suck it up and realize that this person's going to be in your life forever. That's all I'm saying. Like, if she really is truly terrible, do the work you need to do.
Yeah, sabotage them.
Sabotage them, whatever it is, whatever. But if that's not the case and you just don't, whatever.
Yeah, you just think she's annoying. Get over it.
Get over it. Build a bridge.
Yeah, you're not valid.
Not valid.
Yeah, I think we can leave it there.
Yeah, I think that's enough,
I think the big theme was grow up.
Well.
Wow.
Jenaverse, 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 Jenaverse.
Okay, we're here to play. Is this our new game?
Yes.
Oh my god, we're here to play our new game.
Yes, this is our brand new game.
We're here to play a game we're calling Thought or Not. We asked you, what do you think is a thought job? And if you don't know what a thought is, it's an abbreviation for that hoe over there.
Mm-hmm. Basically, sluts.
A hot, but in a positive way.
Exactly.
I don't think thought is an insult.
No, it's not.
At all. Yeah, is it a hot bitch job?
Mm-hmm.
We asked, you answered, let's get into your answers.
Yeah, and we'll decide whether or not what you said really is a thought job.
Yeah, exactly. We're here to judge, of course. Okay, we got classics. Of course, people are saying nurse. Honestly, no.
No.
It's not. It's a hard job. And it's hard to look hot at it. You're dealing with fluids and liquids.
When they changed from the dresses to the scrubs, society lost.
It's not hot anymore.
Nurses don't serve cunt anymore like they used to.
They serve crock. And they have to because it's a hard fucking job. And they're out there and shout out to the nurses because I definitely couldn't do that shit. Y'all are amazing. Okay, someone said teachers. Do they remember grade school?
Not.
That's not a thought. Maybe a sub. Maybe a substitute teacher.
You used to be
White.
shocked to see your teacher be pregnant because you were like, this bitch is fucking.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. When they bring their husband or wife or whoever
Yeah.
to the dance, you're like,
like,
and they're holding hands and dancing. You're like, this is nasty.
that
Who would
bitch
do that?
Cool to know. She's getting laid.
But when there is one young hot teacher, I mean, all the students are in their business. That's a fact.
that
Being
is
like,
a
who
fact.
are you dating? Are you going to get married? You should marry this other young hot teacher at the school.
Students always wanted to see two teachers get together.
1,000%. I wanted that. We had two teachers in our high school we wanted to get together, and they did not. Ooh, is this a thought job? 20-something farm intern.
Yeah, that's a thought job.
Come on now, that's hot. If you didn't start as a thought, you're going to end as a thought. Because you're going to be
absolutely.
strong and tan by the end of it.
Absolutely.
You're going to be looking hot by the end. Come on now.
And especially like if it's like a small farm, they're all sleeping with each other. It's farm orgies every 11 p.m. Like,
Yeah, the sexuality will be oozing out of the farm.
Oozing,
And you're in your
oozing.
20-something. Come on.
this is why young people can't work at farms anymore.
No, you got to be like 40 and up. Because it's too sexy.
Too sexy.
Ooh, someone says dental receptionist. Specific, not just any receptionist. Honestly,
Yeah,
they are cunty.
they do be giving cunts.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what age. And they're always LOLing with each other. I appreciate that.
Because they're talking about their thoughtscapades.
Oh yeah, they got stories because they're hot. Yeah, they got rich inner lives, and that's hot, and that will make you a thought. Someone said a thought job is a CEO. But kinda. Because the higher you get up there, the less you do. The less you
True.
know, the less you understand, the less you're in touch with reality.
True, but they don't be fucking like that. You know, they're
Yeah,
always
they're
cheating
fucking
on
in
their
ways where they
spouse.
should go to jail.
Yeah, they're
Or they should be
harassing someone that
banished.
works with them, or they're cheating on their spouse.
So, no, not at all, actually.
That's not a thought.
Ooh, here's one that the media wants us to think is a thought job. Real estate agent. I don't know if there's some campaign by the real estate agents to get fucked, but I've never had that shoved down my throat that there's a sexier job all of a sudden than selling a house. What's happening? Is that propaganda? Is there some kind of propaganda there?
I think that falls under the category
As
of
the
propaganda.
housing market goes down, they're trying to make us want to fuck real estate agents more. What's up with that? There's something there.
There's definitely something there. Knowing real estate agents, having been to so many apartments, I've met so many of them, I would argue that it is not a thought job, but these people are so horny.
Oh, horny person job.
They are horny.
Yeah, there's a difference.
They're definitely horny.
There's a difference.
This is the
Horny
person
for money.
Horny for money. Horny for. These are the type of person who go to a bar like every night. Not even a bar, a club. When you are like, oh, why is this club open on a Tuesday? Who's here? It's the real estate agents.
Yeah. It's not a thought job. It is a horny person job.
It is a horny person job.
Oh, here's a classic one. Is this a thought job? A barista.
Yes.
Absolutely 100%. Oh my God. I know we already kind of talked about this, but I just saw such a horny answer. Someone said male nurses in their slutty little scrubs. Please, pause the Jenaverse and take care of yourself. You're indecent in the suggestions.
I can't believe people find scrubs attractive in any.
They're pajamas. They're pajamas. What are you talking
But not
about?
even sexy pajamas. Like they are
No.
like. When I see scrubs, I'm like, that's old people wear.
Literally. And when I'm old, I'm only going to be wearing scrubs. People think I'm working at the hospital, but I'm just relaxing. Ooh, here's a good one. Is this a thought job? Local TV news anchor. 1,000. Name a hotter person. Name a more hot, charming, likable person.
Like this is a person who's known in the area by first name, last name.
Oh, yeah.
They're not just they are first name, last name.
And they never have a bad smile. They're always beaming, glowing.
Everyone,
Charming.
yeah. Oh,
They can read out loud really well. That's a skill that's high. Someone who can't.
Yeah.
I miss that scandal where the two hot ones fucked. I know we don't condone cheating, but damn, that was something to think about.
That was a moment. Yeah, that was so
put up their
scary.
pictures
Why
right
do
here.
they have to lose their job?
Yeah, cheating is now something that
You can lose.
it's almost like the Jenaverse is becoming so powerful that cheating will make you lose your job.
Oh.
Once we started, now all of a
Now
sudden,
all of a sudden, people are getting fired for being. Because you know what? People used to just cheat and move on.
yeah.
But this time
Move
they
up.
move up. But now they lost both of their jobs.
So maybe our cheating propaganda is working. Is this a thought job? Trader Joe's employee, because they are all fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's two Trader Joe's employees. There's the thoughts and there's the sweethearts. There's two. Half of them are there because they love to fuck and they can put it down. And the other half of them are cuties that love to work at a grocery store.
They're like Disney adult adjacent, but they just haven't like just adjacent. They're like in the vicinity, but not quite.
That's
there.
how wholesome they are, honestly.
Yes.
They're wholesome.
There are a lot of wholesome people at Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
It's sickening.
So you're either horny and hot, or you're wholesome and cute.
You ever cracked a joke at a wholesome person?
You don't want to see that laugh. It's too earnest. No edge.
I will do one more.
This might be the most classic thought job of them all. Is this a thought job? Being unemployed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the classic one, baby.
One would argue that their job is to be fucking. Because there is no one getting more play than an unemployed. Your unemployed friend,
Oh, you should be jealous of their life.
they
They're
have a
killing it.
roster.
Oh, that you'd be so jealous
You're
of.
tiring away at the fucking office. Your unemployed friend.
Is having sex on a Tuesday afternoon.
Who do you-
Afternoon delight. There's no one being more of a thought.
Because who's fucking stay-at-home moms besides your own?
Stay-at-home moms would never come if it wasn't for your unemployed friend.
Exactly. Some would argue that that's a fifth branch of the U.S. government.
No, it's important. It's important. And everybody deserves that time to be unemployed, to explore your options in every angle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah. Shout out to our unemployed watchers.
Shout out to those of you who don't have jobs. Because I've been there, and that was the most I flourished. 2020.
When they were giving us that money, just now that I know the government can just put money in our bank accounts, nothing is real.
Nothing is real. I don't think America has ever been the same since we realized that, like, our government could just be giving us money.
So much. More money than I usually make. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Something to consider.
Be unemployed for once. Wow. We need to do more because we have so many left.
Yeah.
Honestly, thought jobs are everywhere. Thoughts are everywhere. And that we should be thankful for and grateful for.
And we will keep you in our thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. I think that's all we need to say.
Yes.
On to the next.
On to the next.
Okay. Oh, wow. It's like a little birdie's going to come in and fly right on your shoulder. Sounds like the squirrels and mice have been helping you get dressed.
They sure have.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm still looking for a new scream, Jill.
You could start crying again.
You just want to see me be sad. That was a heartbreaking statement. She said, you can start sobbing like you need to be doing every damn day of your life. You fucking bitch.
We were all here for the actual quote. No. Honestly, I like the call to the woodland creatures.
Thank you.
And maybe one day I'll find something to do, but I don't need to, so I'm not going to step up yet.
It's okay. I will continue to search. If you didn't like this episode, make sure you let us know in the comments section.
Yeah. If you hated this episode, let us know how ugly and talentless we are.
Yes. Let us know how awful and worthless we are.
But if you liked it, please leave a nice comment to balance
a nice
us out.
comment to balance those out.
Yeah, we're going to be needing some compliments after all the hate we've just invited into our lives. Yeah, but for real, you're here, leave a comment. Like it, share it, tell someone about the Jenaverse, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications, join us for the live chat.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the chatters in the chat.
Shout out to our citizens of the Jenaverse.
And to become a citizen, all you have to do is join us in the chat.
Exactly.
Thursday.
It's a fun time, honestly.
And we have so much fun. And we all know each other.
And we all know each other. It's like a community. Don't you want to be part of a community?
Yeah, don't we need that now more than ever?
Yeah. You know, people online are talking, oh, I wish I had community. This is your chance to be a member of a community. And you're not taking it?
Grasp it.
Grasp it.
Grasp it.
Firmly hold it.
Yeah, so.
Stroke it.
But for real, share us with someone. Follow us on Instagram. All the things.
@the_Jenaverse.
Yes.
And you can also follow me on Instagram @park_slope_arsonist. And Jill, you can find her.
You can find me. I don't need to say my government name on the internet every time we go over our handles. But yeah, thanks for being here. And
Fill out the Google form.
fill out the Google form. Yeah.
It's in the description. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, submit some stuff, join, play, have some fun, come back,
Yes,
bring a friend,
exactly.
make YouTube our daddy, do everything we need you to do.
I don't think there's anything else left to say here.
No.
So, as always, stay fresh.